Acro's physical state. Oh man. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, working in the cotton fields when I was young. Working as an acrobat and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out for the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? I don't know about all that, bro. I don't know about all that. I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and carry it over the window. Not to mention that he could have not known the location of the ringmaster's head. That's true. That's what I had said too. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I think I still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. He's stuttering. I can't let it get to me. I've got to focus. Come on, Phoenix Wright. We can do this. All right. Come on, Sam Regal. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. Hold it! You suppose? Have you ever lifted up the bust before? No, I've never actually lifted it up with my own two hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this. Money? That crazy monkey has lifted Max's bust before? I think he just gave us a hint on accident. Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingling. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. Yep. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. Why would it have been impossible? Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't got much feelings back in my legs yet. So you couldn't have thrown that bust out of the window. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my body. That makes it impossible for me to know to locate. Nah, man. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there is no way that I would have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Haha. I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick, huh? What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this. Thinking outside the box, Maya, if he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense. Oh yeah, the chest! I've been talking about the chest the entire time. I bet you any money that has something to do with it. If only I could prove somehow that Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. I'm all sexy and flexy and shit. The birds keep... The birds, like, why are the birds in the courtroom? I think I've already explained things sufficiently. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on them, don't you think? Let's say this. If all you had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all. If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there's no way that I could score a direct hit on the ringmaster's head. So when he's in this, when he's got that facial expression, he doesn't have his deep, sexy voice on. So that kind of makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? Acro's strong enough to lift up the bust. The main problem is how he could have aimed for the ringmaster's head. I wonder if he used some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster. The box! That's the ticket, Nick. Show him what you got. I have to be careful. I have to find something that fits perfectly with the case. The box! The box, Phoenix, the box! I don't remember us finding any sort of tool. The box! Maybe something we overlooked. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me go ahead and I guess I have to present evidence somewhere. But before I do that, let me just go ahead and press this again. I suppose you got a point. Alright, so I'm thinking I probably have to present something right here. But do I present the box? Is it time that I present the box? Alright, that makes it impossible for me to know the location of the ringmaster's head. The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It was locked by a small key. Do we have anything else that could possibly give us what we need here to a picture of the crime scene? Oh yeah, I get, or this too. This shows like him hunching over the box. It's either the crime photo we have to show here, or the damn wooden box. Honestly, they both should work. The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It was locked by a small key. Alright, let's go ahead and present the photo, because it actually shows it happening. That makes it impossible for me to know the location head of the ringmaster. Alright, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, we got it. Acro, you didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time what the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add.
Objection!
Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? But, I did such a good job at hinting. Yes, hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this photo. Take a look at this photo. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box. The victim was found hunched over. Yes, the same box. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up the box. You mean if the bus was to fall upon the point marked outside by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim? Really? Really? Oh my god! This is pretty hype! Order! This is unbelievable! Yes, it's pretty hype! Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here, and that's forward. Gavel! So the next question I have is, who placed the wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingaling, of course. He called him Dingaling. His name is Dingling, not Dingaling. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ow, come on! Allow me to whip some sense into you. Come on, Mr. Phoenix Wright! Don't you ever say that again. The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It looks like he's starting to become resistant to the whip. That whip is no longer effective on Phoenix Wright right now. He's reflecting the whip. It had the most peculiar feature: the size of the box, the weight of the box, the contents of the box. Do you recall what was inside the wooden box? There was only a small bottle of pepper, wasn't there? Get on with it. Well, what's the matter? Cat got your tongue? I don't see any relationship between the location of his head and the box's content. I think I might have outthought myself. It happens to me sometimes. You didn't think enough. Mr. Wright, do you still maintain the box had some sort of special feature? Indeed, it had the most peculiar feature. Yeah, the weight of the box. I think it's the weight of the box, right? The box had a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the courtroom, it weighs 20 pounds. It weighs 20 pounds just to lift up the wooden box it would have required. Oh, I see. One would have to squat down to lift it up with the body. What you say, Mr. Phoenix, right? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also had carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? It doesn't make sense because it was a heavy-ass box for some pepper. That is correct. To lift up the box, you have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool! Oh my god. You think you got me, Phoenix, right? Does she even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you've had to say. Huh? I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you drop it? Did you drop the bust onto the ringmaster? What are you talking about? Even if I had wanted to do such a thing, I couldn't. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of this bust? Oh, I forget. I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I cannot possibly leave the lodging house by myself. Oh, that means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Wait, we figured this out a couple of minutes ago. It was Monkey. He even said the monkey brought it. He lifted up. The monkey probably brought it to him, right? Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Oh! Tell exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Yup, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. No bullshitting. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room? We're gonna point the money to monkey. Money to monkey. Money to monkey. Money to motherfucking monkey. Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. For instance, he stole the ventriloquist's ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bus? No, the monkey just had a lust for shiny objects. Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home. This motherfucker. He think he's smart and shit because he's Sam Riegel. Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room? But the bus was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Shut up, it's shiny enough. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. Ooh, burn, Francisca. Those are some very nice cards he's holding. And they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. And then when we pressed him, like in his last testimony, he said, "Oh, Money was able to lift it before." You remember that? I know you guys remember that. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Damn. Oh my god, he put his monkey on blast. Oh my god. Order, order. I said order. Miss Von Karma. Where's the bust in question at the moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. Von Karma is speechless? This is a strange turn of events. If that monkey did not steal the bust, then what happens to this case? Well, in that event, Something else must have been used as a murder weapon. Well, Or maybe this bus was the murder weapon, but it was used by accident. That's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. You think he's smart and shit. I think we more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron! Oh my god. All she does is yell and scream and whip. Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ow! Don't be so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've gotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix, right? I know you ain't choking over there, Miss Francisca. I thought you said you was gonna get me acquitted. Get my client acquitted. Oh, wait. Never mind. Ow! The whip! You forgot that your fraud of a magician client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Oh! That Charlie Brown. Oh! There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. Don't let her beat you now. This is my last chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there was 2 people at the scene of the crime. Answer this, only this, Mr. Phoenix. The clown saw the murder. Who was it? Who was it? Alright. Saw Russell. The claw saw the murderer. Who was it? I said the claw. The clown saw the murderer, damn it. I do not know. No, I think... Alright, let's look at the fact. The clown saw the murderer. Who was it? He claims to seen Max. He said he seen Max. But Max was in the ringmaster office. Who could it have been? Who could it be? This murderer he has seen. Who can solve this mystery? Regina? Why would it be Regina? Why would it be Russell? Why would it be Francisca? Why would it be Maya? Let's say Max wasn't actually the culprit. It would have to be between Ben, Mo, or Acro. Oh, who was it? It seen. Oh, who was it? What did he see? What did he see? Maybe he just seen the Max G bust. I don't know. He probably just seen the damn broad statue, right?
Take that!
He saw Max's... Ow! I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. The evidence has nothing to do with the question. Au contraire, mon frère. Well, what the? I can't speak French. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. I brought the hype to this room with my voice. Get hyped? How is that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw just happened to be wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. Or a cloak like that could easily get snagged on the bust if they came into contact because of the cars. Idiot, who in the right mind would put a cloak on a bust? It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance. Oh, I get it. Because when he hit him with the bust, I guess his coat got, like the ringmaster had Max's coat on, right? He took Max's coat from when he was meeting with Max in the ringmaster's office. He put it on to go outside. He met up with, I don't know why he came there, but I guess he met up with somebody. Or he went where he was specified to go, and then he got knocked out. And then he got knocked out by the bus, right? And the bus, or not the bus, but the coat, the damn cloak, the cloak clung on to the bust. It was unexpected. Nobody expected it. The question is of utmost importance. Oh, he got me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Alright, but who put it on there? Do I say acro? Can I save it? Damn it. That's what I'm saying. Everything I just said, I think is right. Do I say acro? Unknowingly he did it. Unless Russell put it on there for his last breath. He put the cloak on the bust. That'd be so dumb, dude. So I have two choices. It's a 50-50 Acro or Russell. Acro wouldn't have known. He wouldn't have put it on there. Like, what would have been the use of that? Russell Berry? I say that. Fool! Who? Oh, I got it wrong. You said it was the victim himself, Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust? Place the cloak isn't really the right way of Then what would be the right way of putting it on, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself! Nick, do you really have a handle on all this? I got it wrong, didn't I? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting up all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyway. Alright, guys, so you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Going back in time. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached the rope onto the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene, of course. At the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance to release the rope. Now this is when the magic happens, guys. Pay attention. At the very instant that the bus hit the victim. Oh! No! It flew onto the damn bus. Yep. Just like I just said. Didn't I say that? See you later, guys. See you later, guys. See you later. Wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix, right? As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. I can't believe it. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. With the shock of impact, it threw up the cloak and it got snagged onto the bust. That's when the clown looked outside the window. Yup. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. West Philadelphia, born and raised, he was. When Moe looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. Now the thing is, we would have solved this case already had we had that damn cloak not got stuck onto the bus, we probably would have figured this whole thing out by now. Because logically, had he pulled up the bust, it would have been something suspicious. Why is there a statue flying up? You know? Obviously, that would have been like clue number one. That would have been like a very solid, you know, eyewitness. Because he saw a bus fly up. So obviously, that was something strange off the bat. So he just kept pulling the bust up. So that unknowingly gave him some time, gave him some room to clear. He was clear of suspicion for a little bit because of the bust had the cloak on it. And that is how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. What is this nonsense? Now you know how the murder actually took place. And now you know who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the scene. Acro, it could only have been you. But do we have evidence? You just figured it out yourself, fool. You don't have evidence to prove that I did it. Acro's been playing mind games with us all. He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Is it true? Do you have the evidence? Now prove it, Mr. Wright. Do you have the evidence? In this court, only two things matter: the power of evidence and the power of my whip. I hit you with it cause it's the best fucking whip. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Evidence. I just explained how there could only be one possible murder method. But there's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual. Something unusual. A contradiction, actually. Okay, then. Use that and get out of this jam. While I listen to my jam. Get us out of this jam. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claim. I want hard proof that you had unraveled the trick to this magic case. Do that shit. Do that shit. I know, cause Mo said he's seen all three symbols, right? That's right. That's right. Okay. Max's three symbols. This track is so awesome. I love this. I love this track so much. This is my favorite track in this game. Cornered was my favorite track in the first game, but I think we have to show like the three symbols. Leon, Max G Bus. I'm thinking it's gotta be the damn Ringmaster. The Ringmaster's papers. Let's show the promo poster. 1, 2, 3, but he only saw 2. He said he only seen 2 of them, right? The problem is Max's three symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool, do you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. Excuse me, I'm taking a sip of this soda. Woo! Green tea Sobe. Love it. I'll ever remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust. Oh, snap. Makes sense if you look at it that way, but then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of.
Objection!
Fine, you got one, but what about the other contradiction?
The other contradiction?
Remember what the ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night, but the clown's testimony doesn't match.
The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one. Can you do it, Nick?
Of course I can. I'm Sam Regal. I can explain all of it. What was that?
You heard right. My name is Sam Regal.
Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bus.
The cloak snagged onto the bus. What happened to what happened to the white roses? They fell off? Oh, they folded in. You didn't see them. Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bus, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Which explains why Mo didn't see it. The white roses were not visible because they were on the backside of the bust. That didn't sound right. That didn't sound right at all. Oh my god. Is he a pervert? Order! Damn it! Order in my goddamn courtroom. This is quite shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright, theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Excuse me. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. No. Oh, yeah. Nope. We ain't giving up yet. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? Whoa, what is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yeah, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Huh? Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. What? That's BS! Maybe he was just doing it for fun! He doesn't need a motive. I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. I guess this is a good time to take a break. I've been recording for over an hour now. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Gavel. See you guys next time on more Phoenix Wright. Gavel.